Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're touring something a little different than the theater room. Today we are touring the classic game room. And this is the small bedroom at the end of my house. And one corner of it serves as my wife's work area and office and computer area. But then the other side has this awesome futon and a cat. And this is where we keep all of our classic games, everything from the original Xbox and the PS2 era and earlier. And down here you will see we have a humongous 36-inch CRT TV, which is the best thing for when you want to play classic games or anything that was originally intended to be on standard definition. And that was actually given to me by my sister-in-law. She wanted to get rid of it, and I said, "Nah, I'll take it." Not that I really wanted to carry it in, but we managed. Had a nice little dolly, and then I just decided to leave it on the dolly because it made it easier. Anyway, here you can see our setup. At the bottom we have some bins where you can toss controllers, memory cards, any accessory that goes with the different systems. And here's the PS2, the fat one. And the PS1 Slim there, that was mine originally, and it pretty much works great. The only problem is the AV stopped working, the AV output, and I don't know what happened to it. So right now it's just sitting there for display. It's not actually hooked up to anything. The PS2, though, however, plays PS1 games beautifully, so it's not really required. And then you have the Xbox. That was also originally mine. The PS2 was my wife's, by the way. It worked out because we actually didn't have any duplicate systems, really. So once we got married, we got a nice boost to our collection. So there's the Xbox original. Been working great. And I got a VCR and the NES. That's one that I actually picked up from a thrift store for $10. And all I had to do to fix it was bend the pins so that it made better contact with the cartridge. And pretty much I have everything just here. Maybe one day I'll get a Switch, but right now I'm not too worried about it. And I just plug in whichever system I want to play on into the VCR. And then up here we have the GameCube with Game Boy player. That was another one that was my wife's. As you can see, it's Lizzie's Death Machine. Heart. So that works great. Here's the Sega Genesis. This one was mine. I was a Genesis boy, not really Nintendo. And as you can see here, we have Death Duel, another awesome Sega game. And the Genesis, that's the Genesis. There's the Super Nintendo with the quintessential copy of Super Mario World. And this is actually the only one here that was picked up much later as an adult. So I got that one off of eBay for $50, all cleaned up and not yellow at all. So I was pretty happy with that. My first Super Nintendo. Don't have many games for it though yet, because all the good ones are expensive. And in the back here is my wife's N64. complete with Star Wars Racer. And I remember in my last video, or one of the previous videos, I don't know which order I'm going to put these out in, I said that I got the lava lamp originally for the game room, and it was sitting right there where that little LED aquarium sits. And it was really nice, and I loved it, and then I loved it so much I had to move it out to the main area. And then up here you'll see all of our games. These are handhelds like the DS, I think, PSP, another DS. I think that's just a case. And that is a binder full of PS1 games. And then here you'll see some of my Xbox games, PS2 games, and GameCube games, along with some PSPs and PS1s over there. And if we move up here, in this box we have here's a copy of Solar Striker I just picked up. Pretty good price on eBay. And in here you'll see a bunch of Game Boy and Advance games. So they're kind of hard to put up. So I just put them in a box. And here you see our NES games. Almost all of these are ones I had originally. Here's my couple of Super Nintendo games, Final Fight and Bill Lambert's Combat Basketball. And here's some Sega games, including the one that shall not be named. And this copy of Sonic 2 I picked up the other day, really nice condition, and it wasn't expensive. And some N64 games. You'll never know what they are thanks to the lack of labeling. And my wife's Electric Dolphin. Ooh. Cool. Also very cool is the floating globe. It's actually suspended by magnets. Like that thing. And you probably saw our wall scrolls, DBZ, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Deadpool poster, and a Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge poster, and a 3D fish thing. So that's our decorations for here. But anyway, let me turn on the system and show you what it looks like. And there you have it. Death Duel on the Sega Genesis. On a huge TV. And sometimes my wife and I will come back here and do a live stream on Twitch. We've just done a couple here and there. Nothing very serious. We like playing some older games on our stream. And one thing you might be interested to know is that I actually built my own AV cable for the Sega. So it outputs stereo through the headphone jack, and then it has this DIN plug in the back that does the composite video. And then that feeds the VCR with the little AV cables. So, I mean, that's pretty much the important thing. Here's your wall of text. The intro to Death Duel. And also, I thought you might like to see the cool LED stars that are up around my wife's computer. Yeah. And she has her own lava lamp too. I just gave that to her for Valentine's Day. Pretty cool gift. We've been really enjoying our lava lamps. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video and enjoyed our classic game room setup. And hope you'll subscribe and watch some of my other videos. And until next time, see you later.